that Apex already pushed down for Titan, and that means they've got good positioning on exactly where they are, and there's no way out of Banana right now.
Is all the information. But they turned it
wow.
around. Now they have a lot of openness to the map. Now the Titan's going to have to rotate all the way out, and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, Kenny S is going to be the first one to jump back over in that position. Smokes at the top mid. That's going to allow them to at least try and get in. But Kenny's already there and pushing in toward Boiler. And the bomb's still not really committed. There it is, down and out. He finds Anger. That's a good rotation by Kenny because it looked like Denial had an easy opportunity with that aggression in middle. And that said, now Dap's going to be hitting out in middle. They've recovered the bomb. Fugly's picked up that, and now we remain in a 3-on-3. But look at the health on Daps. Not a lot to work with at all, as he's got only 8 HP. And he manages to find one at the top of middle. Not sure if he's going to take him down. No, Kenny falls back. Looks like he's underneath the atrium. And Daps continues.
Shazam and Fugly are working their way up, and all they've got is one CT in the site. They can easily take this, even without smokes. If they just get the trade, they're in such a good position.
And it's going to be Iric, the player who's in place, the manager, and Shazam finds it. So that's the B site wide open, and Kenny's got to rotate back yet again, as does Existence, as they are both in the B site. Daps is going to head back down Banana. No one's going to be, actually, I take that back. Looks like Existence will meet him in just a matter of seconds here as he rotates up. Meanwhile, at the top of the site, looks like Kenny S is going to work toward construction. Daps does go down with that low HP, but again, Shazam, another beautiful frag, and now it's all on Existence. 2-on-1, Denial starting things out extremely well, and that's all they could possibly ask for. Getting a pistol for them and getting as many rounds early as they can is crucial, and Shazam gets one more on the board, a hat trick for him, and round number 1 goes the way of Denial. So a great opening pistol round for Denial. So that said,
I think what really helped them out a lot there was the fact that they got the 2 kills at Banana, the flankers, but then they didn't rush up into A. They just took their time, and they took a lot of damage in the apartments, but they left their options open. They didn't overcommit to a site, and if they did, they were going to have to fight 2 CTs, so it ends up being a good thing that they wrapped all the way back around to Banana. It was really good patience on their part. A lot of Ts would just get the trades and rush in and go for the plant, but they really took their time, and I think that was a really smart play overall.
Existence taking a good amount of damage at middle, down to 9 HP, but watch out, there's a bit of a B stack going on right now, as we can see inside the B site. And it looks like Anger's going to just fall back a little bit right now.
And Daps looks like he's about to see Apex if he jumps up into that apartment, and Apex has a CZ. That could be really rough. That CZ close range, especially if he jumps into the window, that could be a gun gone.
Okay. So
and there it goes. Apex lost the gun.
Shazam just working back up. The bomb's still in the hands of Shazam, so they can do something with it. Existence is down to 9 HP, so it is still a pretty good situation right now. Maniac's stacked up in the site. Existence rotating around, catching one out with that deagle. Now he's going to throw a grenade in, and Maniac's going to catch out one on the site, so the eco right now looking really good as only Fugly remains, and this is not at all what Denial wanted. They walked right into that 3-man stack at B, and with the quick rotation, it left them all in the open right now, and Fugly finds himself in a 2-on-1 as he did at least manage to get down Maniac. Bombs down just in front of him, but Kenny S waiting inside that cubby will find him. And there it is, 1v1. Or sorry, pardon me, 1-1.
And I think what really was a big thing for them was that when they went into the apartment window and they just died like that, it scares them into going to the other site. And that definitely made them force the play at Banana. That probably wasn't the best idea for them. I mean, they got the smokes off, but it could have gone a little bit better. I think they just got scared when they got picked early in apartments. They didn't go for the trade. They didn't have people to trade. And now Kenny S is all the way at the bottom of middle, and they're going for another Banana flank.
Yeah, and watch out. Existence is actually pushed up in that smoke. He's going to spam through. Does decent damage to 3 of the Denial players. Anger, Daps, and Nafly all take damage, but he will fall back to the safety of the site. Kenny down and out, like you said. So Denial still with the early man advantage, but they are working with P250s. They are working with pistols, and they're going to try and get in. Shazam on that entry yet again. And it's going to be Existence stacked up on Nubox, trying to look through. No Nafly going to get the frag on him. Looks like they'll get the second one right there on Iroki, and he's down and out. So a 2-on-4 situation. Apex going to be the first to rotate coming in from construction. Manages to get one on Anger. Nice play there. But it's not over yet. The bomb's gone down. That's good money. Apex gets one more. Fugly, though, managing to catch out that frag that was very needed. So the post-plant situation secured is 2 versus 1 for Denial. And Maniac coming in from that CT knows exactly where Fugly is behind Nubox. Good pop flash there as he bounces it off the wall. But Maniac's got a lot of work to do, and the bomb continues to tick away. Manages to try and fake out, bait Fugly, who peeks him, but he knows he's not holding it. He's peeked him on the right side, and he's going to have to hold in that smoke if he wants to. Does manage to take down Fugly, and now he will hold it. That smoke is there. Is Daps going to be in a position to get him? And he is. There it is. A nice play by Daps. So the strat caller with great patience for Denial. However, that bomb will go off and take the AK-47 out of his hands, but it doesn't matter. Denial is on the board.
And I feel like every round they're losing the entry. They're usually getting the first person down, but afterwards they're able to recover really well. That's actually very impressive. They're usually dying early and middle, but then they're committing to a bomb site, and their commitment is really good. No one is scared. They're smoking off their spots. They're flashing it, and they're just getting in. And just the sheer numbers is helping them out a lot.
So back-to-back ecos. That time, however, no CZ75 used, oddly enough. Usually that's the case when we see the eco rounds currently in the meta of Global Offensive, but not to be. This time, 5 AKs will be on the board against.
And look at how aggressive they're playing in the apartments. They get Apex into the mattress room every time, and then they have another person up close. Kenny S is in the boiler. They're just playing really aggressive to get the control of the apartments. And I think that's really good for Titan, because even when they have guns, when they don't have guns, if they're taking control of apartments, they're forcing the Ts to execute on another site where they're more comfortable. I think it's a really good way to isolate the map as a CT, is playing super aggressive.
Oh,
in one
beautiful
section.
team flash right there as they flash Kenny S in. He's going to catch out Shazam at middle. And that was extremely well orchestrated right there by Titan. But now the smokes and flashes will go off at top middle. And we'll see exactly what Denial tries to do. Daps looking for that early frag if he can. Not going to find an existence on 23 HP. Also escapes off arch side. But that's going to leave it open right now and give them an opportunity, if they wanted, if they were quick enough, to rotate onto the B side.
And if they can get through CT spawn, they could get a good...
They're not going to go for it, though.
They're not going.
So they are going to play against 3 players inside the site. Daps manages to get the first one. Existence is inside the pit right now. And look at that. Fugly's going to catch one. But look at Kenny S on that rotation. Picks up 2 of his own. And Existence knows exactly where Daps is, as he remains the only player for Denial. Suddenly they got slaughtered there. And again, an eco round will get the win. So 3 successive ecos. Unbelievable start to ESEA LAN. And 2-2 is going to be our score.
Back and forth. That is crazy. They had complete access to CT spawn, but I guess once they already got up to the Moto pit in the library, they just decided to commit to the site. But if they had done it like their pistol round, they had gone slow and kind of waited for a pick, waited for some options, they definitely could have gone spawn and done really well there, and they just got pinched. That was really rough.
So back to pistol round for Denial. It looks like Daps is already going to go down in middle. I keep clicking out for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. Nonetheless, we'll get back in. I'll have to deal with that in just 1 second. Eirik, he's still stacked up at B as normal. Existence is going to be down in Banana with him, and he's got an AWP on there. Pardon me, Kenny's got the AWP out, so that's the first one we've seen in this matchup so far. I apologize. Some computer difficulties we're running into a little bit here. We're trying to work on that sound issue as well, so stay tuned on that. Maniac up on top of the balcony is looking pretty good right now, but it's a 3-on-4 situation.
Look, now they're going to wrap back to Banana, but Existence is already pushed up so far. He's got all the information. He's got 2 kills, and he's probably going to finish it off right here.
So Denial will only have Nafly remaining, and that's going to do it. So, yeah, and I'm not sure what's going on right now. Sorry, guys.
And now...
So we'll switch over to another PC for streaming just so that we can keep consistency. Mine's acting up. I don't know what I did. Apparently I have cancer, and I'm giving the stream cancer now too, so.
It looks like it's another eco for Denial. It's just ecos back and forth, back and forth. That's really rough. The ecos changed so much in this game, and now it's going to be so hard for them to get money saved up, especially because now they're at a point where they just want to buy, and that Molotov eats 2 of them alive. They just, like, couldn't get out of it. That's really rough.
Yeah, that's one of the things with the pillars in. Banana Kenny with another nice shot. Beautiful, making a double right now. And is he going to catch out on the last one on Fugly? Switches over to the CZ75, and that's a 4K for Kenny S. Beautiful play, and Titan finally stringing together 2 rounds and look to sustain somewhat of a lead. And that was just, yeah, like you say, that Molotov going inside those pillars is going to hold people in place. And that was all she wrote. Titan and Kenny S specifically.
Steam friends off real quick, huh?
I know, yeah, we got all kinds of issues. I apologize, everyone, but we'll get things sorted away.
And we should be good to go now. But it's interesting to me that some rounds they play 3 aggressive in apartments, some rounds they play super standard, but now they're leaning over towards heavy banana. It's now Denial is kind of scared to hit apartments. They're so scared of the stack that they're going towards banana, and now Titan stacking banana, getting really aggressive control of it, leaving Kenny S, and then just kind of rotating off. And now Shazam is left to try and make a play here. Like I said, they always get taken out early on. At least at this time they got a trade, though.
That smoke down banana is a really good thing right now for Titan. As you can see, Kenny S is already pushing up all the way down with it. He's on an AK right now, but there is an AWP dropped right down there. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and pick that up now. So a good play by him as he swapped it out, tried to make something of it aggressively. That smoke's still there, hasn't quite dissipated yet. And if he's careful and waits it out long enough, he might catch Shazam, who's just bouncing around in middle. And it will be op one-on-one. Shazam still looking in that direction. They're going to go ahead and peek. Kenny does get it. There it is. Shazam down and out. So another one for him, as it looks like A is finally going to be where they are heading on the Denial side. Dap's going to be our entry fragger, oddly enough, as he is making the strat calls. He will catch out Iroka, and that's good enough for one. Meanwhile, though, Maniac is up on top of the balcony, catches out Daps rotating through, gets Fugly as well. A little bit of a miscommunication, Denial there, peeking at separate times, and that gives Maniac 2 easy frags. And it's all on Todd, Anger, Williams, and he'll go down to Kenny S. So another hat trick. That's what we're talking about right there. Kenny S, look at that, 13 on the board already. Once his op gets going, there's no stopping him.
And it's almost, it's so funny that their Titans quote-unquote star player, Kenny S, is doing so hot right now. And Denial, who's a lot of the times looking for Anger to make plays and make entries, he's only got 1 frag right now. So it's really just everything is working against them right now.
Just to keep note on it, I know it is the first matchup, and it hasn't been a whole lot of B action that Kenny hasn't swatted, but Iroke yet to be on the board with much more than 1 frag, so that's going to be an interesting storyline. How quickly can they adapt to him being in the lineup with them right now?
Now they're trying a fast strat. On
And
Eco,
look at
I guess
Anger.
you have to, but at least they're getting up in their face.
Anger already in the site. They're going for a quick bomb plant, but look at the teammates completely annihilated. It's all on him right now. At least he gets that down. That gives the team something to work with in the next round, but Apex will quickly take him down. And 5-2 now for Denial.
Yeah, and they've got some money now, though. They've got 6-3, 6-3, 6-9, so they, assumingly, they should have all the smokes, all the nades, everything they need to start putting some rounds back together. And you can see, like, the full buy coming out from them. They're wasting no time. I think that some of the options they should explore, maybe trying to get some banana control like they did on the pistol round where they go up, and then even if they have to worry about the pinch, just to push the people off of banana, and then it opens up the map a lot for them. I think a lot of the trouble they're having right now is just not being able to hold the pushes.
Oh, good. Oddly that they smoked that off from the T side. Shazam was looking for a pick, and Apex actually crossed, but the T smoked that off, so Apex wasn't really able to find anyone. Shazam's still going to lurk up toward middle right now. Smoke's going to go out this time from the CTs. And that's going to push him back, and I'm not sure who that exactly was, but Existence already rotating off of B. They started out with a 3-stack on that side, so they're playing a little bit untraditional, I will say, a little bit aggressive from Titan right now, as they still wait and see exactly what the terrorists are looking to do. They're still fanned out across the map, favoring middle. Again, that smoke down from Kenny S is going to make them so that they can't really push in there. They know his op is lurking just beyond that, and if they go in, it's going to be an absolutely unwelcome presence. So that limits them to middle. So just by that intimidation, they can play out half the map and give the rest of the teammate over at A a better option to completely crack down on Denial's best efforts. Kenny right now still lurking again. Shazam's going to go ahead and try and counter him. He knows he's there. This time he's peeking in toward the pillars. Anger's there as well, and here it all is. It's all going to be on Kenny. 1 versus 4. He gets damage down to 27, and that nade's going to push him as well, and he will get taken down. Overwhelmed, the strength in numbers right there, and Anger's now going to be your entry frag. Not going to happen. Iroke's going to take him down. Apex on the board with 1 as well, but Nafly's going to go for that quick bomb plant. And it looks like the only one close by right now from the Titan side is going to be Existence, who's rotated over early. He manages to get 1 through the smoke. A nice shot. That's Shazam down and out. So now it's a 2-on-3. See exactly what Nafly And Fugly are going to do. One's at quad and one's back in the closet. So they've got a backside crossfire set up. But against 3 players, that's easy to control. But Fugly's going to get one. That makes things a little bit easier. Nafly's going to pick up another one. That's a great play. The rookie at LAN right now coming out with one. And they will take down Existence as well. So a fantastic hold by Denial. And that's going to make things 6-3. That happens after 5 successive rounds, keep in mind. So despite that they had the money bonus in hand, that will now be reset. So they've got to come out with one more back-to-back right now.
And it was picture perfect crossfire in the back. It kept them alive for so long, and they used their smokes and nades really well. They waited and kept some for the post plant, which was really important. So they bought a lot of time off that, and then Fugly just so comfortable at the new boxes that he just held his spot.
Interestingly enough, one bad play at B, I won't say bad, but overly aggressive play from Kenny that they caught him out, and he's going to switch his strategy. He's already over at B, and it looks like Iroke and Existence over at A, and Existence is taking, pardon me, and Banana, and Existence is taking a good amount of damage as he falls out after that flash. And again, they'll use smokes to try and slow things down. If Denial catches on to how the smokes are being used against them, there's an opportunity that they can crack into this B site a little more frequently than they have.
And Kenny even went all the way down apartments for the aggressive pick to try and get the early kill and then fall back, but he just took 85 damage from a rifler. So now it looks like the T's are in a really good position to push Titan back and hopefully open up the map.
Existence pushed up here, just waiting for them. He knows they're in Banana. There's 4 players there. And a secondary smoke so we can at least cross out of that position. But I think they knew exactly where that was dropped out from. I think Daps is staring perfectly in that direction as Iroke's going to try and fire away through the smoke.
You can tell Kenny S is just forced back every single spot. They're now playing so passive on A. Daps has done his job completely by pushing them back. Although now Kenny is rotating, so if Denial commits to this, they could be running into a 3-man stack.
And here it is. Nafly is actually going to be the entry. I thought it was going to be Anger. Anger's interesting that they're running him as the entry fragger because he is the man who they just brought in for this LAN. But look out, Existence inside Cub. He's only going to catch one, and that's the benefit, or pardon me, the downside of the A1 because he ran out of bullets there extremely quick. And now Nafly is going to do a huge amount, and Maniac suddenly, just like that, is forced to save. So B is absolutely the weakness right now for Titan.
And it was just smoke isolation, really. Kenny S tried to rotate in from CT spawn. He had low HP with his op, and he was already getting smoked out, flashed out, and they tried to counter flash it, but like you said, the silence them forward. They just couldn't hold it. They just couldn't hold the site. And Denial
yeah,
took
Existence ultimately whiffed on that second shot across the fountain, and that gave the opportunity. That was it.
You have flashes coming in overhead. You're trying to counter flash. You're trying to call.
Oh, Maniac's going to catch Fugly at least.
Yeah, at least he's getting guns.
So 6-4, Denial very importantly does pick up that back-to-back round because like I said, the money bonus was reset. They would have completely broken their own economy. And this time they won't do it. And if we just press tab, you can take a peek. The CTs, I guess whoever loses this round, no matter what, is going to be forced back onto the save. So
yeah.
Maniac, awkwardly enough, is just holding on to a CZ75 right now.
Oh,
like no, yeah, there is. Yeah, it was back in spawn.
The guy who saves the gun has no gun.
And Kenny, again, is going to go for that play where they're smoking down Banana. And, again, just trying to control Denial early on, see if they can win the pick strategy. And quite commonly, they're putting 3 toward B for that reason. So an early aggression on Banana and then rotate back to the A site to see what they can come up with. Fugly's just lurking around in apartments right now. Daps firing away at alt middle. Not going to find anyone pushed up there, unfortunately, inside those bedrooms. And he's only actually got 26 bullets total to work with in that gun for the rest of the round. So we'll see if he limits his spamming away as standard setups. Kenny, though, look at this, rotated all the way back over to truck side on A, watching toward Boiler. So Titans playing a very aggressive rotational game, trying to work the map as hard as possible on the CT side and completely leave Denial to a bit of chance. They can't figure out these bomb sites. Daps is finally going to work up onto alt mid and get inside the window room. Nope, a little bit of a fail.
And their closest rotator, if you look at the map, Existence is there spotting the corner. And Irik, now that he might be rotating off, looks like he's still watching the arch side. He was all the way in library, so now his rotate's going to be kind of slow. And look at him, he's just stuck in spawn. He doesn't know where to rotate to.
Yep, Daps is going to be doing work inside Banana. They're going to rotate back. Anger's going to be the first one up mid. Watch out, Apex coming around the corner. Not able to connect on the shot. He will jump back inside Boiler. And with that, Molotov does do at least a little bit of damage to his team, to the Denial team, but there it is. Anger catching out Iroke on the rotation, and now Apex is going to be back on that balcony. He's fallen down below, and that's going to take him out. Bomb's going to go down. Maniac, though, coming up huge from the pit right there with 2.
And they went on time.
They did, didn't they?
They-
Wow.
they went
I
on
thought the
time.
bomb went down. I completely apologize.
I've noticed that. No, it's it seems that Titan has been so good at stacking Banana and pushing down in apartments as well. Denial's waiting really far back and trying to execute late in the round, and it's just not going to work out for them if they go too slow. It's not. I don't think that it doesn't look like they're scared to make the play, but they're just being a little too cautious. They kind of got pushed out of their own zone. In the beginning, you noticed they weren't scared to go up Banana, trade some kills, and get in, and now they're playing really cautious. And right as I say that, Daps rushes up Banana and gets taken out.
And they continue to play aggressively over there. As you can see, Kenny's going to get back on top of that car, see if he can spot anyone, but they're not over there. They've gone back toward the A side, and through that smoke is Apex doing a decent amount of damage to Anger, who's meanwhile going to get taken down by Maniac as he rotates back over in toward the pit side. Maniac's been doing good work from there. Apex going to get another one, and there it is. Maniac closes out on Shazam, so a team wipe there from Titan. That's going to put us at 9-4 as we come into the closing of the half. Pardon me, 8-4 as we come into the closing of the half, so things are starting to get stretched out. Denial's done reasonable, though, to pick up 4 rounds on the T side.
It's a respectable 8-4. If they can turn it into, I mean, obviously the best case scenario right now is to turn it into 7, but I think that, I mean, Anger hasn't had the best half of his life, but, I mean, they're putting rounds up as a team, and at the end of the day, it's just the rounds that they're putting up, whether they're winning or not. And if they can put, 5 or 6, I think they have a fighting chance.
Shazam's going to go down in middle. Anger trying to avenge onto Apex, but he might have walked out into a trap. In fact, Kenny's there, and meanwhile, Maniac manages to pick up 1 inside back of the pit. And look out, Existence already rotating around from Banana. There's Kenny again with that AWP, finds 1 more, and it's all on Daps, who's inside Mexican. And there it is, Existence finds him. So 9-4 now. Maniac the only one to drop in that round, and Nile is slowly getting torn apart. I think Titans caught on to what they were doing with that mid-play. Yeah. And like I said, that aggression just holding them in place, and now they're just taking advantage of it.
And they're so scared because they're doing exactly what Titan likes. They're falling into Titan's trap. They establish control of the map in one section, and then once the other team is scared to go there, they're rotating Kenny off and getting a pick somewhere else. And so now, Denial, they either have to really just man up and take a spot and not care who's there, or they have to go super slow and then execute really late and keep it Titan on their feet. But they're kind of playing into Titan's tempo right now, and it's really, really rough for them. Like, as you can see, if you look over at Daps and Fugly, they're just waiting outside of apartments. They're not even trying to get in right away because they're so scared of the stack, and it's just really slow progress for the T's.
Yeah, and again, they played off that 3 at A. Maniac's the one actually throwing off that smoke from the bottom of Banana from spawn, so.
But Anger got his 4th kill, and it was a crucial one. They got it at Banana, but they weren't able to commit to it fast enough, and Banana's completely open right now if they were to take it, but looks like they're committed to A. But
Fugly's going to catch 1 more, too, so that's going to open things up entirely. Kenny, though, watch out. He's going to catch Fugly coming out of apartments. Slows them down a little bit, but they're already in a good position. Gets another one. Nice shot on Anger. Existence gets the assist on that one. As Iroke, meanwhile, on the other side of Kenny, is firing away. He's going to come back in and try and work his way in. Kenny still with that op in a good line. Shazam, nice shot. Goes back in, and Shazam gets the double. Nice play by him, and that gives another round to Denial. So 5 on the board. 6 is extremely good for, well, not extremely good, but a very workable half on CT.
Them, when you get 6 rounds on T side, then when you go into that CT, you can get the pistol and tie it up. But if you don't get the pistol, you're still in the game. You've still got 6. So I think 6 is what they really need to fight for here. 5 they could work with, but I think now they've all bought out completely, and this is the last round. I think that if they can put this one together, they have a lot of good momentum going into CT side.
Taps again, spamming away toward that bedroom and boiler window. Existence inside B this time. Not so much of a smoke play this time. They're going to go for an incendiary grenade at the top of Banana. They are already in there. As you can see, Anger, he's been the lead man so far, trying to find the picks early on. And Shazam's actually picked up another AWP, so he's going to be lingering out in middle. Kenny S is just to the right of him, as you can see, outside Boiler. And Daps is actually going to find him. Good play as they get aggressive, and that might open things up toward the A site. Daps going to linger down and try and find someone else on the truck side. Apex will be the one rotating over in that direction. We'll see how they choose to play this as they stack up on that balcony. Apex is going to try and work it through. That smoke's going to be in position, though. Daps is working arch side, but watch out. If that smoke goes down, he's a dead man, as Apex is right behind him. Actually, no, I take that back. He's rotated off, so Daps has some room to work right now. He's going to catch out Existence inside Library. Not able to connect on the shot, though, and Apex is there to support his teammate. But the bomb, meanwhile, is still in Banana.
Seems like a good fake, but it looks like Titan's catching on to it. Even a man down, their rotates are pretty good. Existence already over in the bomb site that Denial's trying to hit, so looks like Titan is still staying kind of one step ahead in their reads.
And there it is. Nafly on the entry, manages to get one, turns through the smoke. Can he get Existence as well? He does. Nafly playing absolutely brilliantly inside the B site once Denial takes it over. Not the first time we've seen it. And with the bomb down, Maniac finds himself in a 1v3 for the last round of the half. So no reason to save this. He'll be going for it, and we'll have to see if he's got any tricks up his sleeve, because Denial might get their 6th round, which is a phenomenal start for them at ESEA LAN. And Maniac checking every corner that he can. Still not able to find it out. Nice shot. Manages to get one on Shazam, but they're stacked in that corner, and I don't think he's going to be ready for that. But the HP is extremely low. There it is on Anger.
Oh,
there it is on Nafly.
Lord.
And with the kid, it's going to be close, but it looks like he's got this. Yes, he does. Absolutely. A great play. 1v3. Maniac comes out with it. 10-5 going to be our halftime score, and that is just insult for Denial.
Demoralizing.
Absolutely.
They were finally starting to, they won a few rounds, then they were downhill, and they started bringing it back, and that has got to be demoralizing. If they had won that, I think that they would have been feeling really good, but that's a rough round to end on for the half.
Absolutely. No, and 5's still good. 5's, you know what, like Denial, I didn't really have a score that that I expected them to pick up on this map. I thought maybe they could get 8 total would be reasonable. Yeah. But now it's looking like they could make a case to at least, if they win pistol round, you're gonna end up hopefully at, although we saw 3 ecos in the first half, you should end up, technically speaking, at 10-8. That gives them the 8 to work with, and then they're on the CT side, so they can start getting creative. I'm not sure.
I don't think Titan was really. Titan obviously came out with 10 rounds, but I don't think they were expecting that kind of challenge.
No, and I think a little bit they did it to themselves.
The very last round, the only reason they won it was because Titan had
game sounds now, by the way.
1v3. Yeah, I can hear the game now. This
awesome.
Is beautiful. This is heaven to my ears.
All right, well, before we get into the second half, I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Not much I could do. We're doing our best to get on them, and now it looks like things are finally solved. That said, Season 18 registration opened up last night. Don't forget to log into ESEA and register. So you can do that. There's also that new recruitment feature. So if you're looking for a team, much easier to get on board now. And that will be starting in the first week of January. So don't forget, log on to ESEA.net.
Go ahead and look at Shazam and Fugly. They're playing super aggressive in the apartments. Fugly might even get a kill here if Titan doesn't spot him out.
Looks like Kenny S does, and it hasn't done a lot of damage back in return. Kenny going to go for that knife? Is he going to get it? No! Fugly gets it, so $1,500 going the way of Fugly. And that's a little bit cheeky there, as both players kind of went for it. Shazam's going to get one, though.
Gets the trade. Maniac was a little too slow to chase it. What a conundrum. Titan has 2 players on their T side.
They normally win around 47% of the pistol rounds, does Titan on this map, but so far tonight, it looks like both are going the way of Denial.
Denial's kind of in their group. They have really good positioning. Fugly's about to get the bomb down. Oh no, Apex was able to take him out. That would have been rough if they got the bomb down.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to head up Banana here. Yeah, so 30 seconds on the clock. They've pretty much got to commit to it. And they've only got 2 players to contend with, so there's still a huge possibility they can enter into this site. Daps is going to be on electrical, and Nafly is actually rotating around inside construction, so if they get there fast enough, he won't quite be in a position. There it is. Daps opens things up. Nice shot by Nafly. He does come around, and Nafly actually picks up the second one as well on Existence. Nafly is playing absolutely brilliantly. Look at him, 14 frags on the board. And, I mean, he's keeping up with the best of them right now. Maniacs and Apex only at 16, so.
Naf is one of the young talents in North America. He's
his first ESEA LAN,
first ESEA LAN, and he's been around the invite scene, but definitely a youngin. He's 17 years old, maybe, and he's been doing really, really well for his team.
And Irix still just sitting on 3. I expect him to come alive more as the tournament goes on, and he breaks off the rust in the mold and gets back into form. But right now, it's definitely been a weak link over at the B site. We saw especially in the first half. So. P90 out for Daps, M4 actually for Fugly. So he's gone aggressive early on, and then it's 3 FAMASes.
And if you'll notice here on the buys for them, Titan opted for 3 people to not have armor. They bought the upgraded pistols, but then they just went for smokes and flashes. So I think they might go for some sort of, you can see Existence lining up. I think they're just going to smoke it and just commit the entire round to just getting the bomb down for that money right there. And then maybe go for a surprise buy, or not a surprise buy, but, you know, buy what they can next round and try and turn the momentum.
So smokes and flashes over. They will execute on the B site. So far, it's been good. Even at electrical spools, there's not a lot of vision. And look at that. Apex is sitting in by Tree with that pistol. This might be an opportunity. And Denial, though, Fugly's going to catch out too. Daps is going to rotate around. There's one for him. And Fugly again with that M4 doing good work right now. Maniac, the only one remaining. The bomb was planted, so that will give some great money toward the T side, but Maniac's on his own, and he will fall back. He was actually lurking over at the A site, trying to catch out rotators, and nobody headed his way at all.
Now I think what we might see out of, oh, I don't know. They've got some money from the plant, but they committed so much to that
Maniac
buy.
gets one more.
Oh, and Maniac got the kill. You think we'll see a force buy here?
I don't think we'll see it in the second round. They're still a little bit low for that, but this will put them easily in position for the next round buy. And if they get another bomb plant, they'll be able to go straight for an AWP strategy on Kenny. So,
and I think when you have 3 rounds of cushion, they definitely don't need to force buy. But it was interesting seeing them commit so much money just to get 1 plant off.
Middle there, just going to throw 2 nades down, try and get a bit of a stack there. Apex is going to take the brunt of that damage as he just gets knocked down to 69 HP. Kenny's just up on that balcony in alt mid, trying to spot toward Boiler. But not a lot going on. Watch out, though. Shazam just lurking on the other side of that mid smoke. Could catch out on one. Maniac's boosted up inside Boiler, as we can see now from the X-ray. But Daps and Shazam in a pretty good crossfire.
And they completely have apartments control, even with just pistols. They've walked all the way in. And they have everything they need to have.
Nafly's peeking in that direction, though, with that M4. So if they get too aggressive, they might catch him out.
You know, they've got smokes. You think they'll go for a smoke and wrap arches or wrap truck side? They're just walking up. Look at this. Denial's playing so passive, they're just able to walk all the way up. If they smoke off archway, they can just run right past Shazam.
Well, we saw double ecos in the first half. They don't want to give it up again. They splash off on Shazam. He's forced back, but look at this through the archway. There's 2 for him. Can he get the 3rd with the pistol? Existence down as well, and that's the bomb. So beautiful play from Shazam right there. And now it's all on Irok as he comes back over from the A site. He's going to rotate back around with that P250. It's a 1-on-4, and there it is. Fugly's going to close it out. So a great round by Denial. They were passive, they were patient, but I think they knew they had the firepower. Why throw it away with aggressive play?
It definitely could have been scary, though, if Titan had used their smokes to smoke off archway. They could have probably just gotten up for free and into the bomb site. But at the end of the day, they weren't really able to get the plant, but they can still buy here. Interesting, though, Kenny is not going to have an op, so you think maybe they'll go for a faster strat?
I thought they were going to go for that, but again, it is T side. I expect to see him with it at some point if they can control the economy. I thought it might have been an opportunity in this round to try and get a good early pick.
Yeah, definitely nice for the early picks, but at the end of the day, I don't think they really need it.
The one thing to notice is that pretty much everywhere, Denial's playing very passive, so that pick's going to be a lot harder to get. It's not like in the first half where we saw Titan pushing pretty much everywhere, so.
You can see so much congestion and players over on the truck side and alt middle. They're just, it looks like both teams on both of their defaults were just focusing on getting control of that side of the map and not really too interested with Banana. Existence has 2 people.
Nice shot, Daps.
Banana.
Daps is going to get, take out Maniac coming out, but there's Kenny S to avenge him, and there's Iro getting one on Nafly, so as he trades out, we remain in a 3-on-3, and Apex is going to be continuing on to the A site, but gets taken down by Shazam. He thought someone was in pit, and it took his attention just long enough, but there's Irok again picking up a double. Welcome to the game, as that bomb still just dropped just beyond, and there, finally that smoke will allow him to grab it, but he's going to get taken down. Fugly gets him as he only had 10 HP through that smoke.
It was through the smoke from the library.
Yeah, I think it was just spam. He didn't have a lot of HP, and look where that bomb is dropped. I don't think that's grabbable. That's in behind the box. It's not grabbable, so Existence has to go for it. Unbelievably unlucky right there for Irok. And Existence in a 2-on-1 with 20 seconds has to kill. There's nothing he can do to get it.
Oh, no.
He tries. He tries for the E. He tries everything he can. Thank you, Valve, for leaving that spot in the game. But there's one. He's going to get anger, so at least he's done half the job. But 8 seconds remaining. Fugly is not going to peek, and Existence will fall back to middle. I'm sure Fugly's even confused by this because why is he not planning?
He doesn't know where the bomb's down.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So that's a bit of unfortunate circumstances right there for Titan, and that's going to give another round to Denial.
Fugly able to chase them out of the bomb site from Library.
He did very well. Yeah, well, that one smoke shot turned out to not only be a lucky shot,
it was
but
the
a
round
lucky
winner.
bomb drop.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that there's always chance involved, no matter what you do. And I'm actually shocked to see a 10-9 scoreline right now. Denial is playing extremely well. And
now they're going for the broken buy. They're just trying to get a round under their belt right here. They have Apex with just the pistol, 3 Galils and 1 AK. That's definitely not ideal, but right now they're kind of just playing the economy game and trying to get some money under their belt with a win.
And they're checking every corner. Look at that, nading out on Sandbag. Apex making sure nobody's going to be lurking, but they aren't there. They're both inside the B site. It's actually going to be Fugly and Anger that are playing in those positions. We haven't seen a lot of B presence so far from Titan, so we'll see how this unfolds. Again, though, we did see them plant in the first round. I shouldn't say that, but again, Maniac is going to be trying to catch out Rotators. He's inside Boiler right now, but they're inside. Look at this. They've gone all the way in at B. They push past that smoke. Shazam's going to catch out on 2. There's a good play. Now it's all on Fugly back inside the site. Kenny S manages to get a bomb plant. Things are suddenly looking reasonable for Titan right now. As Iroke's gone all the way through towards CT and back into construction and somehow got behind them.
The retake was real.
Yeah, beautiful play. Shazam comes out with a triple. Unfortunately, I'm horrible at camera and I missed out on that one.
At least they got the plant down.
That's true.
That was a big thing for them. Now they've got 49 on Apex, so if they really wanted to, they could trade Kenny S the op, but they're not going to. I think they definitely opt for smokes, flashes, and go for rifles.
Shazam has come alive in this half. He's up to 17. He's catching up to Kenny S now, who hasn't put a whole lot on the board since halftime, to be fair. I mean, it's kind of hard when they haven't really secured a round since then. Look at that, just successive rounds all the way through.
And looks like, we were talking about Anger, not to bash on him. He is a staple to their team. Really important player, but looks like he hasn't been able to have much connection with his bullets today. It's just not going his way, but luckily Shazam, Naf, Fugly, Daps, they're all really stepping up, and it's a tied game. I don't think anybody would have expected it.
They will go back for the bomb. Maniac picks that up, and the rest of them are working in through Boiler. They've had so much control of that position of the map, by the way.
You think they commit to it this time? You
I
think they commit to the A?
Yeah, I think they have to. I don't think they would have gone back for
when
the bomb.
They're down a man, I don't think it, yeah, it doesn't
especially
make much
when that smoke was still low on Banana. It gives them an opportunity to
but
try.
You
they
got
may go
4
back.
CTs just wait. Look at the crossfire. Shazam and Daps, Fugly and Nap in the site. It's going to be a rough life for them trying to work their way
Shazam
up.
whiffs, though, on that Apex shot, but I don't think Apex is going to...
no.
Oh, he gave himself
Daps.
away, Daps, but at least he picks it up. Shazam's now going to re-peek, not going to find anything. He's actually going to fall back and leave Daps all by himself. This is a bit awkward right now. Meanwhile, Kenny's going to catch one on the other side of the site. Maniac's going to get one as well. We remain in the 3-on-3. Fugly back inside the site. Maniac's going to head around truck side, and he might have an opportunity here. There's nobody in pit. And they're going to splash in. Fugly's caught out. Can he get him? Kenny's down. That's the AWP. But Maniac's there to avenge with that AK and a second
And
shot.
now it's a
Beautifully onto
1v1.
Shazam.
The odds have changed. The tables have turned.
Yeah, post-plant situation, one-on-one, so the advantage easily goes the way of Titan right now. And Maniac already with the hat trick has to close out with the quad on Anger, as Anger's going to be lurking in. He knows he's coming from the, the library side. And yeah, positioning advantage.
Oh, no.
Anger almost made that reaction
And
shot,
if you
but
saw
Maniac took that down.
If you saw it in slow motion, I think he just flicked right over his head and just too much to the right.
Yeah, so Titan gets away with that one. Nice bomb plant. They managed to take the site. And that'll give them finally their first round of the second half. And they did actually, by the way, salvage that op for Kenny, so we'll see them use that in this round. Actually, Existence grabbed that. So they're going to go with 2?
It looks like they've got 2 ops, but I guess one is on Apex? Was it on Apex?
Well, Existence
Oh, no, they
grabbed
handed it off. They handed it off.
Yeah, so
Kenny
Apex
has it. Kenny has it, yeah.
Okay, so they triple-handed it off because it actually went from Existence picking it up to Apex holding it back to Kenny's hands. So
The hand-me-down.
everyone gave it a good luck touch before they started things out. Look at the aggression, though, already.
The tempo changes when Kenny has the op. They just feel so much more confident. Look at
that.
this.
Apex already wrapped around Arch. He's going to get inside the site. Daps, nice shot, though, is going to catch him out. Here comes Iroke.
Oh, and Kenny takes Naf out in the pit. Now that entire side is open.
As Kenny's just lurking back with that op. They're trying to get in. Iroke's going to do the damage. Maniac's inside the site as well. And there's Kenny coming down or low from... Yeah, exactly. As he comes in from truck side, Shazam's inside library, but they know he's there. They've already smoked him out. So what's Anger up to as he lurks up middle? He actually might get in behind, but it's a 3-2 post-plant situation. Titan finally showing some aggression on the T side.
If you notice, they've been working slow this entire time, kind of trying to smoke off places and get control of the map and then execute on it. Oh my lord, did you see that shot?
Kenny
S
came out huge.
through the wall. And
Kenny
that's a
with another
4K.
one.
And feeds right into what I was saying. As soon as they have an op on T side, they just instantly become more aggressive and they set the tone a lot better.
So there it is, the op again from Kenny. As soon as he gets it, the whole team comes alive. Thorin talked about it. He was talking about the NA, lack of a star in NA, and he talked about Kenny and specifically how he can control games for Titan. He's doing it right now. And now that op is on the board, it's going to be a lot more difficult for Denial to do.
It's really nice to see as a spectator, and it's probably Denial's worst nightmare is to just have fed Kenny S the op. Easy kills for Kenny working up truck side too, because Denial's not really contesting it too much on their default rounds.
Apex at the top of Banana trying to catch out anyone he can inside B, pardon me. Not going to find it through the smoke. And now he's going to fall back toward middle. Look at that stack, though, right now from
oh, he's going to run
Denial.
right into it, and he takes one.
Kenny's
Oh,
gonna
no.
get that. Apex going to get a second and a third. Nice on the reaction shot. Shazam comes around, though, from behind, and they will finally close out on him. And it's all on Daps 1v4. Of course, it was a save round, and look, he's going to lurk, and Existence is waiting here inside the Banana, so there will be no escape, and Kenny's there with the op down too to stare at him, and there it is. That's going to close it out. 13 rounds now for Titan. They finally start to get a handle on this match. It got a little bit out of hand by all accounts. I mean, this was not a match that was expected to be close, so.
You know, I think this is the deciding round, honestly. Not to count any team out, but I think the way the economy is and the way they're going to have to save, if Titan wins this one, they can probably roll with it. They're going to have to force Denial onto another save. But if Denial wins it, then they can actually just bring it back and they can, you know, get some money on their side. So I think this round is going to decide a lot, and it looks like Kenny is coming all the way up middle, again aggressive with that op. Look at him leading the way.
Here comes Shazam trying to counterpick through, not going to be able to do it. And Fugly actually bought him that op, by the way, so the economy is pretty broken again for the for the CT side. Maniac already caught out, he's down. That gives them at least a one-man advantage on the CT side. Bomb, look at this, they pretty much committed over to the apartment side. That smoke at top mid, Existence is going to come around to join them. And Shazam's going to get one more.
Kill.
Apex
they
taken
needed that.
down.
Yeah.
And Nafly is going to be the next one to see action. Kenny's going to come out with that. Smoke's good. It's just far enough that Kenny's got an opportunity to peek through it right now. And look toward the site, and no spam coming in from Nafly, and now he knows he's there. He's going to Molotov him out. Nafly is going to have to respond. He does so. Daps, meanwhile, is going to catch out Existence at the top of middle. But this is where the action will remain. Kenny's actually falling back, so they're going to readdress the situation coming out from the boiler room. See if they can work it out, but look at Fugly off to the left, and they're going to set up a crossfire. Daps, oh, he actually stops just in time. Oh, Kenny whiffs on that reaction. Not able to find the flick shot there onto Daps, and that's going to leave him in a position where with only 24 seconds on the clock, they will run back and try and hold on to the guns they have. And that might be a good choice as they want to just secure anything they can this late in the match.
And now Denial's got some money under their belt, or at least the ability to get some money under their belt, so the comeback could be real right here. If you notice, Kenny played so aggressive that round and tried to get the first pick, but Denial just kind of iced him out, smoked it out, and held their ground, and that was really good. It stopped them from giving Titan pace of the map. I think that was super, super important on their part. Because now Denial, they have to win this round and get some more money under the belt, but now they've got the nades, they've got the smokes, they've got the kits, and Titan, they could be in trouble if they lose this round.
Shazam's going to head toward B with his top. Kenny S, meanwhile, is going to sit, wow, actually in alt middle looking toward Boilers. So they want to try and get a pick over toward the A side early on right now. Nafly, the only one back in that position, as you can see all the way back toward Graveyard right now. And now he's worked up onto the balcony, so he adjusts his position, and that might be wise. Meanwhile, at middle, Daps throwing out smokes, slowing down whoever he can, but 3 players right now are inside of apartments, so Nafly is going to get a lot of company here coming out of these apartment doors, and he peeks out through that splash. Unfortunately, it's going to push him all the way back, and he's going to have to fall into pit, but there's Fugly to rotate around, and now Daps at middle is going to have to do some work, and manages to catch out Kenny. and that's also through a smoke.
That's a beautiful hold by them. Beautiful hold, but oh my, did you see that shot?
Unbelievable right there. Nafly picks up that AWP. Can't catch Existence, though. Misses out on that one, so he remains alive and well, although not that well. He's got 19 HP. The bomb's down in pit, so Denial picks up yet another round. 13-12 now our score, and with that, it is a broken economy on the T side, so... they could force, actually. I take that back. Iroke's got 44, and Kenny had a full 5 grand, so they are going to at least grab some guns on that side. And he's gone for full armor AK, so.
It's going to be rough, though. If they lose this, it's tied up, and they have to. They're going to have to full save next round if they lose this. So
this could be the first upset.
This is the turning point. This is the turning point of the first map.
So 2 AKs to work with. Iroke actually going to be holding on to one of those. We're talking about how he's sort of been coming on in later stages of this match. He's up to 6 frags now. Kenny S is going to be holding on to the other one. No surprise right there. He is an impact player, and he is going to have to impact this round massively. As it's Anger and Fugly, the standard 2 over at B, and it looks like Banana is going to be the place of attack. Daps is lurking back in CT, so they do have a crossfire set up should they need it. From the CT
looks like
side.
They're gonna smoke off the, they smoked off the front of the site.
Oh, Apex came in backwards, but no one was in position. Look at this. They might actually push right through, and that means Daps is going to be in an awkward situation right now. Inside construction, he's not going to pop out. Shazam's there. There it is. Finally, Daps is aware that they are there, and that'll give him 1 frag as Fugly in the backside of the site is not doing anything about Apex pushed up. He's trying to be patient, and as a result, Apex takes down Anger. So, unfortunately, he got 1 frag out of that, but Denial still remains in a 4-on-2 situation. 3 health only, though, for Fugly, as we just see. And Daps is going to catch out 1 more. And he's not going to find out Iroke. Iroke just sitting there pushed up. And as you would have it, sir, he has the bomb and takes that invitation back to middle. Nafly's already rotated, though, so this could be interesting.
And now it looks like tied game. Titans forced to save. If he gets the plant off, that'll be good. But in the pit, he has to. He has to.
Oh wow, whiffing on the shot.
Wow. I mean, they win the round, but you know, tied up. Rough life. Rough life for Titan right now, especially forced on the save.
So 13-13 going to be our score. Denial continuing on with some very impressive form. Of course, this was their map choice. And it looks like they did their homework because they're playing extremely well, countering Titan with some very passive play, and it's working out extremely well. So 13-13, they will buy on the terrorist side, and if they don't win this one, we're looking at potential match point already. And it's been 3 rounds in a row, so they won't actually get the money bonus until the 16th round if we go that way.
I mean, the money builds every single round, but it's not going to build enough.
Right, enough to be constant.
Yeah, they need a plant, they need a ton of kills. They really need to just win this round if Titan wants to stay in it, but Denial's doing really, really good. And,
look at that aggressive B play. Finally, Denial's going to get aggressive early on. Shazam stuck behind the car, but there's that AWP as he manages to catch the first one. Missing out on that. I think he actually got him through the pillar right there because Iroke's down to 53, and with that CZ, he falls off. Anger remains, but he's only got 14 HP, so he'll have to fall and retreat back into B as well. And as I say that, it looks like Titan's going to fall back down Banana and try and regroup. Maniac, as he has been, as is the way when they go B, he's lurking back toward A looking for those rotations. So
and it looks like they might just commit to it here. They've had pretty good success with it. I think a lot of the problem is that they're just going for the post-plant setups instead of clearing out the site. But they normally don't have trouble with it. And here come the smokes over and in.
See if Shazam's going to be left with an angle. He still does have a slight peek, but that flash is well timed, and now they're inside. And he pop-up gets a double! Unbelievable! He takes down Existence and Iroke. There you go. Man, oh man. They line up for him, and he only has 3 HP, so forget it. He can bow out. His job's done. Maniac's going to try and push through, but Anger in the back of the site's going to catch him, and it's all on Kenny S. Unbelievable performance right there. Patience is a virtue for Denial. It seems like that's just what's winning them the rounds. Titan isn't able to find the picks they're looking for, and there it is. Nafly is going to close it out.
Denial's so close to winning the first map.
Yeah, I really, Daps told me last night, he said, listen, we came into this as underdogs. We don't expect to beat many of the Euros. He said, we've gone all in on this match. He said, I have studied Titan for 2 weeks, and I want to play them how I know we can. And it shows. I mean, he's playing them extremely well. They're not peaking at all, and it's frustrating Titan. They can't find the shots they're looking for.
It has to be frustrating.
And to go back to the point I said in the pregame, they said they were going to try and counter or control Kenny. Well, without peaking, Kenny can't find his op shots.
And if you look at the top 2 fraggers, both one of the star players for Denial, Shazam, with the op, 27 kills, and Kenny S also 27 kills. So Shazam definitely keeping up, and he got the double kill last round. He's really just pulling his weight right now.
So again, they're going to give up apartments. This is what I'm saying. They don't want to give away anything. Control the bomb sites. Why play the rest of the map, I guess, is sort of the attitude from Denial, if you will. That's that school of thought. And look, they're going to fall all the way back in. Daps is going to be there. Nafly is actually going to get the kill on Kenny. And now Daps still just sitting back inside the site. We'll have Iroke to deal with if he chooses to come outside of apartments. As Shazam with the AWP is over on the arch side. No one's going to be there, though. And actually, he's starting to think they might have fallen back. Look, he's in library at that. So he's given up that side. Now they're going to smoke it off. And are they going to go through the arch? Looks like they will. He's aware of it. Yes, there it is. He catches the shot on Apex. Shazam not missing much. Daps, meanwhile, is going to get one more over toward that A site. And Iroke's going to go down to Nafly coming out of apartments. So it's all on existence right now. And he manages actually to get that AWP, save it, grab it and save it. No, not going to do it.
He's not going to be able to save this one.
They're all around him, so.
Gets taken out. And now they're on match point.
And
that
they do
is
have,
crazy.
They do have money to buy, so we will have a gun round. There's still an overtime possibility, but man, oh man, I did not expect Denial to hit double digits in this map. I have to be completely honest. And this is a fantastic performance.
You know, I was talking to Anger, and he said that their T side was their confidence side, and they ended up pulling out 5 rounds, which I thought.
We debated. We thought it might not have been. They almost had that 6th one as well, so this could be GG already at that point.
It really could.
So. But that's hypothetical, and if we talked about hypothetical, I'm pretty sure an ESEA Open team might have won DreamHack.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Meanwhile, Kenny, there it is, finally with the op, catching one at middle. Nafly falling back inside the site. Again, patience is what they're working for. Existence is going to be trying to pick at Banana. Not finding anyone, though. It's Nafly over at middle. Playing, actually, Daps and he have switched sides this time. I guess late in the round, Daps usually rotates over arch side, so he has been playing in that position early on. So a minute still left on the clock.
And when they're down a man, they kind of have to shuffle over to A. But now Titan, it looks like they might go for a B commit here, and if Anger's the only thing stopping them, it could be kind of rough for Denial. It looks like Fugly's rotating back over.
He's waiting for that flash in from his teammates as Existence looks into the corner, but they aren't going to go for it. They're still playing passively. And again, Maniac is lurking over at A, trying to keep them busy. He's doing a fairly good job right now, as both Daps and Nafly are still on that side of the map. But I don't think he's sold them entirely, because watch out, Fugly's rotated over. He's in a good position through that crossfire. Manages to get one. Anger's down and out, though, so it's all on Fugly right now to hold that bomb site. 1 versus 4, if you will, in that side of the map as the rotations come around, and there it is. The bomb plant's down, so Titan looking very good in this map as Fugly smoked off on construction, has to try and spam through. Kenny's going to get one more. Can Fugly get in? No, Apex catches him, and Nafly in a 1v4 situation might take this opportunity to try and hold on to that AWP. They do have good money. There it is. He's got one on Apex. And if he can just, got lagged up by Kenny right there. If he can at least hurt the economy of the terrorists, it might do them good work to close things out. 15 is such a curse. All you need is one, but it's so tough.
I think
the
first map overtime?
Very possible. And there it is. Nafly will get taken down from Maniac, who still was over at that A site. And that's going to give Titan round number 14. So we will see every regulation round
played out.
in this match.
16-14 overtime. What are you calling?
We'll see. I mean, it's if Kenny gets,
if you have to make a call, how do you think this round is going to go?
There's the key. It depends on how entirely, in my opinion, how Denial plays it. The key was that Kenny got the key frag that round. It opened things up. They had the man advantage, and that's where I was saying the patience from Denial has been the key. And if they don't put themselves in a position to go a man down early, they've got every opportunity to win this. So smoke's down on the bottom of Banana right there from Denial. That's going to hold them out in middle. Kenny S getting fairly aggressive as he works all the way up. Actually, I thought he was heading in all the way to middle, but he actually cuts off at alt mid. So, and they're going to boost him right now over top of that smoke in Banana if he could jump. Unfortunately, he's not great at it, apparently. Good at shooting, not at jumping.
Looks
but there's
like
no one there.
Even there.
Yeah. As is the standard. Denial's playing very passively. I think they're aware of it, too. They know they went a man down and it hurt them, so this time they're going to just sit back, and Shazam again with that op. Look, they've given up apartments again, too, so this is the default, and the default has worked. So we'll see if it can get them the first map, or if we're going to see a few more rounds.
And it's just it's so important to get map information early on, especially as a CT. You want to try and find out where they are. And Denial is so passive that you would think Titan is able to just execute, but I guess when it comes shot to shot, Denial is just holding their spots really well.
Oh, Dap's going to pick out. There's Kenny.
Oh,
there it is.
no.
There's the early frag.
There's the
and
information.
That's going to open things up. Yeah, now Maniac's going to try and enter in onto the site. I'm not sure he knows. Yes, okay, he does know his teammates have sorted the fall back into middle. Of course he knew. What am I saying? But I'm not sure he was in a position to get there with him. And I thought he might have gotten picked off, but it remains an early advantage. And that means, I hate to say it, we could see overtime, but 14 seconds on the clock. They're finally going to go into B, and they've smoked off. Where's Anger? He's still in behind Quad. If they can get the bomb down, they have a chance here. There's the smoke. They are planting in behind the fountain, and they will get Fugly through the smoke onto construction. So now we are in a 4-on-2. Titan looking very good to force the overtime right now. Shazam's going to make a case for it, but he's all by his lonesome. Unbelievable reaction shot on Maniac, and that's a double, but it is still a 2-on-1, and that bomb is continuing to tick away. The hot potato is boiling over, and as he works into the site, he's going to get picked from Apex. There it is. We will see overtime as Titan closes it out. A beautiful play at that, and man, oh man, what a match early on. ESEA is starting off extremely strong.
And a moment of silence for what could have been for Denial. They could have just closed it out.
We see Anger there on the stream too. He's
a little bit of frustration.
They look focused, but I mean, he went down behind Quad. If he had been able to get one on the entry, it might have changed everything.
That keyboard is just
so beautiful.
Lighting his path to victory.
So beautiful. Brings out the color in his eyes. So, waiting for overtime to get underway. Don't forget, I'll take this opportunity to invite you again. Season 18 went live. Registration for Season 18, I should say, went live last night. And you can head over to playesea.net and sign up with this year. Keep in mind, next year, Train is out, Overpass is in, a much larger prize pool. We're going over 100 grand for next year's LAN. And you've got to, if you're new to the game, it's a lot easier to find a team now because you've got a recruitment opportunity.
The new recruitment section. You just post up an ad. Anyone looking for players can just, exactly.
Yeah. So you can say you're online at this time. They'll message you. You get in touch with the team. It's much, much easier than trying to get a forum post that you got to constantly bump. And it comes down to almost popularity. Hey, how many friends can I get to bump this? How many friends are going to say, oh, I'm a great player for me?
Exactly. And now your ad is just there.
Yeah. So, no, awesome changes coming for Season 18. I'm looking forward to seeing Overpass come over to the North American side of things, too. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Americans play versus the Europeans.
So it looks like we're going to just take their time here and use every minute here for strategy before the overtime starts, and it looks like Denial's actually the team that hasn't readied yet, so they're talking things over. It's been extremely close, and I mean, I already said it. They played so well.
They went from, what was it? They were 9-5. They could have won the 6th round. Lost it to the 1v3. Maniac just came in huge there, honestly, just a huge round.
And got the defuse with the nick of time.
Exactly, and then so it ended 10-5. Against all odds, they ended up bringing it back, and they were eventually up rounds. You know, they got up in the rounds, and then they lost that lead. So it's really just been, it has been the definition of back and forth.
Yeah, and going on to Mirage, I think Titan's going to have a huge advantage on Mirage. I just don't see it is their pick.
And
obviously,
they're going to have a lot more free space. You
know, a lot
Mirage
more free space at middle.
Both the sites, you can pick into them.
It's also their most played map in the last 6 months on LAN. So they played 47 matches on it. They've gotten 25 victories. So they it's 50-50 almost. I mean, it's 25-20 with 2 ties and their 2 draws.
But they're winning over half of their pistol rounds, so that's going to be really big.
And if they win the pistol and get Kenny started early, it's going to be, I think Mirage is going to be a much tougher challenge for Denial. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves as overtime is looming, and it looks like we are finally live. They're going to buy out. So 3-round overtime as per usual, $10,000 to start out with. And Kenny's gone for the AWP, as has Shazam. And the only reason I point this out is because the only way your economy can really be broken is if you lose an AWP early and don't get enough money back. And look at this, Kenny boosted up, is going to catch Shazam, and there it is. There's the early pick again.
That's the risk they wanted to take to try and get more information, and Kenny just punished them.
Right, and it's been every round they've gotten the first frag on the T side. They've pretty much won, so I'm really surprised to see Denial not playing their really, really passive strategy. And in middle, Kenny, almost catching out Daps as well, but Daps falls back. Not any damage done to Kenny, though, as he remains on 100. And he's also holding on to the bomb as Daps trying to find a better position to work.
We're already less than a minute left of the round, and there is still yet to be
It's going to be
information for the CTs.
And here they go.
They're executing now.
Or are they? The bomb's actually going to go back down. They didn't find the pick over toward pit side, and I think they'll take the opportunity to head up Banana. Existence has been there keeping track of things, and I'm not sure if he heard Daps rotate out or not, but their timing is pretty good right now.
Hit him with the little fakearoo, and they didn't really fake too much other than just now and maybe one round in the regular half, so I don't think Denial's expecting it at all.
Here it comes. The crossfire's there. Anger gets the first shot. Existence actually catches out on Daps, who is peeking beautifully. And there it is. Maniac's going to get him. Kenny catches, Kenny caught Anger, so it was Maniac that caught Fugly. And that means already 1 man remains for Denial. No frags on the board. Shazam bought an op. The bomb goes down. This could be it. I mean, T-side overtime, all you, technically speaking, is 1 round is enough to carry you. Or statistically speaking, pardon me, not technical. Technical
it's such a
would be
CT-sided map, but, I mean, like we saw there, CT-sided, but these two teams coming against each other, 3-round difference if they had won that round, and 5 rounds, not that big.
Maniac catches them, so Titan look like they've caught on, and again, that early pick made all the difference. It gave them the opportunity to rotate around and play the map as they want to, and not fall into the clutches of Denial's passive defense. And that's going to give them round 16. They've already got one on the T side. And as I said, actually, they managed to buy out Shazam and AWP. But look at the armor situation. No head armor for Anger. No head armor for Shazam. They are going against AKs, which does mean that it's a one-shot headshot no matter what. But Existence does have an M4. So now he gets headshots for free, too.
Yeah. And one important thing to note is the CTs. If you look at their nades, they don't have too much. They've got smokes and they've got a Molotov, but their flashes, if you look at that, only NAF has flashes, counter flashes for when Titan takes the site, whereas Titan has flashes on every single person, so they're going to be streaming flashes in, and they're going to be able to actually get in with their flashes. I am going to predict that they get into the site relatively uncontested if they make it to an execution point.
And they've smoked off Shazam entirely at the arch side as the flashes coming in, so this should be an A push. He's going to try and fire away and get something out of it. Not going to find anything. Maniac, though, is going to be your entry on the truck side. Daps has fallen back into the site. Iroke's going to try and come out from the apartments, but they're being passive on their push. They don't want to fall into anything, like I say, as we still sit. Kenny's gone down, by the way, so that's going to make us here in a 5-on-4 situation. Daps inside site. And now look at this. Denial's falling back. They're not pushing at all. They're doing exactly what they've done so many rounds before. Apex, the only one trying to do anything on arch side, might catch out Shazam.
He made it up, though. He made it up. Yep. If he hears Shazam in the library, you think he'll be able to take him out?
I think he knows he's there, and here it is. Manages to, okay, I thought he would whiffed on the first one, but he got it. Daps is going to close out on Maniac, but Existence has picked up that AWP, pardon me, finds Daps, but Nafly responds with one, and as he's in pit, the bomb will get planted, so Titans managed to at least get in the site, but now it's a 3-on-1, and Apex, the only one left, drops to Fugly, so the retake does happen to be successful for Denial in that particular instance. And now they'll get the defuse, so 16-16, but I'm still curious because
if I'm not
Titan
mistaken,
picked up that early round.
It's max round 3, yeah, right, yeah. So whoever wins this round is in a very, very good position. I really think that, I don't know, if you look at the money, both teams, they have their op on their opper. They've got, looks like they've both got full nades, so. The
interesting part is the ringers on either team are sort of the sandbag right now. I talked to Anger, I was saying he had good entries in the first half. He's only got 8 frags. Iroke's got the same thing, and they're the two that aren't regular on these rosters, so. Everyone else is extremely even. The frag distribution is very close, so. We'll see how this plays out.
When you look all the way down the board, it's almost identical
for this
both
late
teams.
In the match. It's very close. Yeah. I should also mention of the 8 teams here at ESEA LAN, only 3 of them have their actual roster.
Exactly.
On board.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I mean,
a lot of stand-ins going on.
Yeah, a lot of stand-ins. And iBuyPower has a Dren who's a former player, but it's not Desi who they're planning on working with.
A lot of stand-ins, and some people are on vacation. And
Shazam gets Maniac. That's at top middle. But the bomb's still over at Banana, and I'm curious to see how they're going to deal with that. As Kenny's already down and out as well. Shazam trying to go through the smoke this time, not going to find it.
Look at this. I think they're going to fall back. Go ahead and look at Existence. He managed to bait out both of the smokes at Banana. I don't think, let's see, Fugly and Anger, yeah, neither of them have smokes or flashes. So if they decide to take that,
flash gone.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be on Shazam. No, and Shazam doesn't even have flashes, so they have nothing to hold the site already. And now is going to come what we think is going to be a beautiful execution.
Nice shot, though. There's Anger with one on Iroh, and Shazam comes in, and Fugly mops him up, so all 3 players that are
flashes,
there will get
guns
one.
out. Guns a-blazing.
So they managed to at least redeem themselves after losing the first round, but keep an eye on that because that's the key.
Yeah.
I mean, T-side in overtime is the key. There's no pistol round to get you that head start. It entirely comes down to winning one on T-side in overtime is sometimes all it takes, and now it's all on Denial's.
How do you think this is going to play out? Do you think
Well, we've got Kenny S.
Do you think Denial goes for a risky strat here? Do you think they should? I think they should try and not change it up, but definitely play as if they have a lot of confidence.
The key for me is that we're now not going to see Kenny having to try and find picks when people aren't peeking.
Right.
He gets to pick on his own.
Exactly.
So if Kenny can get early picks, I keep wanting to say it's Titan, Titan, Titan. I mean, coming into this, Titan was the team that we thought was going to smoke Denial. Denial's playing extremely well, and based on the unpredictability of that alone, I can't really predict these rounds. They've done well on both halves. I do have to say, though, if Kenny can find these picks, it's going to be really hard. And where he starts out with that AWP, they, like I say, don't get the luxury of trying to win a pistol round and getting the ensuing rounds that follow. So Kenny going to push all the way down into Banana. I don't think they've smoked it off this time. It looks like they haven't, so he could have an opportunity to pick. They are still playing that 3-man over on that side, and they're going to completely Incinerary and Molotov from both ways that time onto the Banana, so no rushes will happen. But look out, here comes Kenny. He's trying to find it. Existence is going to push up as well. Kenny's actually going to take that opportunity to fall back. Meanwhile, Daps on the other side of the map, trying to find a pick on A. This time now the smoke will go out. Bottom of Banana. Existence won't find anyone as a result.
I think it's really interesting how differently both teams play the Banana site. On CT side, Titan plays one person there, and on CT side for Denial, they keep 2 there almost all the time. But here, the Titan likes to push Existence all the way up to the pillars, and then it allows them to play 4 at A super confidently. And I think that's why you're going to see, I think that if they execute on middle, they're going to run into a slaughterhouse.
It's going to be interesting because Iroh is pushed all the way back to Library. Yeah, and all it takes is one smoke. Now Apex is pushed back, but look at this. Immediately they're going to boost him up over top of that, so they're wise to it. And there it is, Anger down and out. A great play from Titan. Teamwork at its best, and now he's going to get a second one as well before Shazam finally responds. That was the bomb carrier, so that slows them down. And now Shazam is going to have to try and find more as Kenny S. There it is, make it a double. Nice play from him on side the site. And now Maniac jumping up from pit will catch out on Shazam, so Titan comes up with the first one, 17-17 now our score. And Kenny found those 2 shots. That AWP is going to be the absolute menace to Denial right now.
And so Denial won 2 the first half, so if they just win 2 right here and they win out, they could win They could win it all right here and take it into the second map. Denial really needs to put these rounds together.
And we'll see if they go. Yeah, they do so. 3 men down B again.
Looks like he's going to go for the aggressive Banana, or at least the Banana stack.
And they've done this very commonly, early on at least, and then Kenny rotates back over to A, so that smoke out, though, is going to slow things down. Half-Fly's there to find out 3. He thinks they're boosting, well, it shoots an attempt that they're boosting, and they aren't there, so nothing comes of that. Meanwhile, bombs stacked up in middle. No execution on A so far, but 3 players there from Titan, or pardon me, from Denial, as they try and find something.
And look at Shazam. Shazam has an op in the halls. You think he's going to try and pick out? This could be,
Apex
no,
is inside
Apex
Graveyard.
right
He does
there.
see his feet, but that's not a common place to look, and Apex gets the better of the exchange, takes him down to 56 HP, and Shazam can't catch him out as he rotates through the site. Now he's gotten into pit as well, so Apex doing good work here, at least keeping them busy. And Maniac, look at that pack stacked up on top of the balcony, so there will be no entry from apartment as Titan tries to close this out.
And Daps looks like he might have been trying to sell a fake or just get some information, but he died on Arch side, and 3 Titan members are there, and now they're rotating back.
Go, go, go. You've made noise. Existence knows they're there. Napfly couldn't find the frag. Existence gets 1 through the smoke.
No.
Make it 2. He's looking for the 3rd on Shazam, but that's going to shut them down entirely. The bomb is down inside that smoke. They know it's there, and a 2-on-5 situation for both Shazam and Fugly. And here you go. Shazam's down and out, so it's all on Fugly for Denial. A great game on his shoulders right now. And he will at least get Maniac with the help of that Molotov. But falling back, yeah, there it is. Time runs out. So now we go into the match point situation right now for Titan. And not a lot of money where that that time ran out, so Denial's going to have to force out in overtime.
And it is a rough round for Denial. Shazam only has a CZ. Daps only, I guess we shouldn't say only have a CZ. That CZ is definitely a killing machine. 12 bullets is enough to take out anybody. But definitely under-weaponed here.
Kenny already rotating back, so they're going to try and put the aggression back over toward A. And Daps coming through with that pistol. They're going to catch out Apex, grab that gun. That's going to give them one and an early man advantage. Anger's down to 4 HP. Now Daps is out. Fugly's trying to come out of the apartment right now on to Maniac. Beautiful play. Nafly's going to catch him, but there's Kenny as he rotates around. Make it one. No, whiffing on the second, but he knows he's in apartments, and that's going to slow things down. Anger's still back out toward middle with that 4 HP. Does finally drop 2-on-2. Bomb goes down, so Denial doing a reasonable job right now as Nafly is inside that site. Kenny's still trying to find something, but they've got him entirely smoked off, and Iroke's going to have to come up big and help out his teammate, at least positionally if he can.
Oh, and Kenny's making his way up.
Oh, wow, beautiful
no.
shot. So now it's a 2-on-1 situation. Fugly's got one, and with the pistol, he's got to try and pick Fugly. Denial can at least try and bait out the timer here. Fugly, it is all there. It is
what
through
a
the
beautiful
play.
round.
Wow, when we are going to double overtime, I definitely did not see that coming.
Great play by Fugly. Great play. Played the time. It looked really scary in the beginning. He let Kenny S walk all the way up and get the kill on his teammate in the site, but he was able to salvage it, and that looked really, really good overall.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. So double overtime in map number 1. Titan versus who? The Europeans. If you're not familiar, this is Denial eSports, and of course they do have some known names. Anger played for Complexity the last time we saw him at an ESEA LAN.
Before that?
Yeah, iBuyPower before that. He was part of the,
internationally known.
right, he was part of the trade with Swag way back in the end of season 15 for ESEA. And of course then it's a couple of rookies. I mean, Daps and Nafly not been here before. Daps making the strat calls, doing a fantastic job.
He's been doing good.
And here we go, things underway. Denial starting out on the T side this time, so.
One thing I wish I would see, though, out of Denial is maybe a fast strat when they're not on an eco. I think if they really control the tempo, they could definitely...
Especially, like, they should have caught on at this point that they are running 3 to Banana really early.
Right.
So a fast strat
by
A
the
is
nades
the only
going
opportunity.
off. Exactly.
Yeah, so that's an interesting point. If they can try and get into A early on and especially bypass those smokes at Banana, there might be an opportunity. But Kenny's actually over on the A side this time, and inside apartments, he actually knows that there's too many people around and not sure what he's going to do. Nafly's there, spots him up, takes him down to 71. That will not invite Kenny to try and peek out and take him down. So he falls back wisely toward the pit side, and the A strategy could be real right now.
Looks like they're trying
Anger
to get...
and Nafly are pushed up.
They're trying to get control of the round. Oh, no.
Kenny manages to get one. Can he get the second on
Oh,
Fugly?
no.
Whiffs, no. Fugly's going to get him, so a double for Fugly now. Anger, the only one to drop down so far. So it's on Existence and Iroke right now. Where's he? They're both actually at Arch side. So they're going to have to come in 2-on-2, and the bomb finally goes down. So it's all to play for. Denial, man, oh man, they've once again got good control of that A site, and it was a quick A that time. Interesting that Kenny wasn't there. There's Shazam's going to catch Extinct. Yeah, Exist.
And now he's going to run all the way around to apartments. Really good play by Shazam. Really smart play.
Fugly in the back of the site.
He's trying to save the op. Iroke's trying to save the op.
He has to. At this point, he has to. I mean, he needs to be a team player here. Coming in and being the ringer, not fragging as hard as he'd like to.
And he's not even a ringer, he's a coach.
Right, okay,
he
but in this situation.
Has done his fair share,
quote unquote ringer.
Exactly, yeah. He's a stand-in, yeah.
So he'll hold on to that for Kenny. It was interesting that they went, can he get him? Yes, he does. Iroke's going to catch Fugly, so at least an AK down on the T side. But by catching, by having Kenny at A, we were talking about how Kenny was going B constantly. Let's get a fast A. Well, we got the fast A. Kenny was there. Fortunately,
ready for it.
Nafly spotted him up and forced him back into the site, and they got in. So
I think it'd be really interesting to see. I think they smoke off mid every round, but it'd be really interesting to see some middle aggression. I think both teams kind of stalemate each other at middle. You can see some smokes, you can see some flashes going off at mid. But definitely, Existence got an early kill. Looks like they tried to go heavy Banana, and Existence just picked one off. And now Denial looks like what was happening in the first half, where they're just losing that first trade kill. Hopefully they can recover, though. Hopefully. Existence just hiding like a sneaky little ninja.
Yeah, and if anyone comes in, he's definitely in the right position. They're going to smoke again. from the CT side.
He's going to commit his life to this position. They're going to come into Banana, and he's just going to sit there
He's
ice
done it
cold.
before, and he actually smoked himself back across. This time he's only got a flash to work with, though, so.
Does his teammate have a flash? Let's check it out. Oh, he smoked it off, so if he wanted to, he could move.
Cross now, yep.
Nope, he's going to ice him. He's going to ice him.
And we'll keep it here and see if he can. Denial's pretty much gone all in on Banana. They've got 4 players stacked up in that position. No one rotating over from A yet. Kenny's the first person in position to do so.
And Existence walks out.
Yep.
He gives it up at the last second.
Oh, smartly so, because look at that. Although they extinguished their own Molotov, he manages to get one Existence, but then Daps comes back into him, so here's the entry, and it's all going to be Iroke in the backside of the site trying to slow things down as Kenny comes to the rotate. Iroke gets one. That's a beautiful play. That flash is going to blind the other. He catches out Fugly as well. That's the bomb, by the way, so now it's all on Daps. And he's not got a lot of HP to work with. 22, and there it is. Apex from CT will get him down and out. So 19-19 again. We sit in a tie situation.
This is a nail biter. This is a match that I did not expect to go into almost 40 rounds. This is a lot of rounds played on one map. And keep in mind, we still have Mirage to go.
Well, Mirage, and potentially, if this goes the way of Denial,
what was the third map?
We would be heading on
that Season.
Exactly, yeah. And it will be the older version of Season. For those of you that are wondering, we are not running the Valves model because that's not what we ran in the regular season. So
looks like they're going to go for some aggressive control.
Iroke's going to repeat that. Existence does get one with the Molotov at least. That's Nafly, who got the initial kill on Kenny, by the way.
And that was good, though. Even though it was a trade, they got the CT kill. When you're on T side, any 1-for-1 trade is always going to be favorable for you. It gives you more options to work the map, and definitely good thing that they killed Kenny there.
So
now
two,
it's like
split. Oh, look at this though, yeah.
Picking up the op.
So by him pushing that far down Banana at this point in the round with a minute gone, they know they're not at B. They can rotate over, and as you can see, Iroke's doing that right now. But as I say that, Apex is going to get taken down from Daps, and he's going to push through that smoke. Nice play by Iroke that time. Maniac's going to take down Fugly in the meantime. So now it's all on Shazam. He's going to get one, and Maniac in return using that AWP. Whiffs on Iroke, but now he's got a second opportunity. Legs him with the no-scope, and the CZ75 is too potent at that point. So he will get one frag, one-on-one, and if Denial can close out his second round on the T side, this is going to look very grim for Titan, but with that op inside sight, it's going to be too much, too close, and Existence catches him out. So yes, there's the defuse. 2019 will be our score as we swap over. Double overtime, though. This is extremely impressive.
That was a really good round by Denial all the way until the end. I don't know if you noticed it, but Iroke was holding arch side, and he just got the perfect counter flash.
Pushing through that smoke worked out brilliantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely heard 2 go by, and he caught out the last player that was there. I think it was
Anger.
It was Anger. Okay, yeah. I thought it was about to say Daps, but he caught out Anger. That slowed things down just enough.
Poor
and Existence
Anger.
chose the right
That's
way
all
to
you
go.
can really say for that one. Poor Anger. You just watched it from the other person's point of view, and he was just had his hands over his eyes, crying his way to death.
So we'll wait for the second half of double overtime. Map number 1 of this best of 3 to go live. And it's looking great so far for Denial and for Titan. This has been an awesome matchup. It's looking great for everyone at home, first and foremost. I don't know what the odds were on this, but they were heavily towards Siege.
Oh,
Titans
definitely.
For,
they had to be. They had to be.
So,
let's get
easy
a quick
skins,
number
easy
crunch.
life
What do you
Denial.
think? What do you think the odds were?
I think it was over or under 30% for Denial. I'm pretty sure it was in the 20s. I thought it might have even been 17. No, I think
so
that was
some people with skins on the line are definitely gritting their teeth right now.
Oh, you have to be.
Oh my lord! Look at these odds. 84%.
So it was 84-16. So I was right.
Yeah,
I was going to say 17,
16%.
but I thought that was the Elevate game. So, man, oh man. Mind you, it is a best of 3, so one map's not enough to do it. They've got to play it all the way through. Are we ready? Starting overtime, round 4 says we're going live. So yeah, here we go. So hold your breath, Denial bidders. If they come out with this, it's going to look extremely good. They are on the CT side. They've picked up that round on the T side, so they've done their job there. But Titan is going to try and close it out.
In the double overtime second half, is it going to end here? Do you think this is it?
I really have to use the bathroom, so I kind of hope so. But for the sake of Counter-Strike, no. If I'm honest, is that okay?
Honesty is always appreciated.
So pretty straightforward. Denial going for that non-peeking strategy. Actually, I take that back. They've pushed in apartments. They haven't done this at all in the regulation or the first overtime. So Daps is actually going to get up, and he's going to catch them out if Maniac chooses to go inside the boiler. He knows he's there. But Maniac's going to just sit on the sill, on the railing, try and catch out anyone. Who's that beside Nafly? And he patches out Iroke, so now we know he's there. Maniac's going to try and counter peek onto Daps. Daps is out of ammo. That 20-bullet clip, not enough, but Maniac down to only 20 HP. And if Daps rotates around to the other side, he might be able to catch him out. No, he's going to switch to a grenade. Not going to do it, and Apex is going to come in and save his teammate. That was some sloppy play. Both teams were a little bit awkward right there as they were low on health. Nafly is going to readdress, though. So that's Apex down. So keep in mind, Maniac's still on 24, so the damage is done. Nafly's on 41. And it remains 4 on 4. They're still going to address the A-bomb site. Nafly's in good position right now and will be the first to be attacked as Shazam's pushed back on the library side with that AWP. So Nafly's got a big amount of work to do as they should wrap onto the truck side. They're not doing it quite yet. All 4 players directly in front of them. Kenny looking for that entry.
Looks like they're going to commit here. It looks like a commitment. They only have 20 seconds. They have no time to fall back. They've got the smokes. They've got the mollies. Maniac coming in first, running backwards with the flashbang.
Where's that op from Shazam? It's not there. Maniac's already pushed through the site and found him, so Nafly's the only one left in pit. And as I said, it was going to look good for Denial getting that terrorist round. Titan's looking to do the same thing yet again. So Fugly and Anger on the rotation. Fugly coming around from top middle side is going to spot out the gun of Iroke, but he's not peeking, so he can't get the frag. Finally, he does, and he will take him down. So now it's 3 on 3, but that bomb already been ticking for a good amount of time. Anger's going to get one.
Oh.
Kenny gets one. Yep, there you go. Good call from Apartments. And as you say, in a fantastic spot as he also finds Anger. 1 HP for Fugly right now. Can he get the frag?
No.
Kenny, all you've got to do with that CZ75 is hit him, and yes, you do. 21 rounds on the board. The bomb will go off. Everyone loses their guns, but that's not important at this point. Get the rounds you need, and Titan does so.
Are we sitting on the match point now?
Yes, I believe
we are. I believe we are.
18-18, win by 2.
And look at Kenny S.
I get
Lord.
confused. I can't do math.
Have mercy on Kenny's soul. He has 40 kills in this first map.
Well,
and now he's got to do it on Mirage.
Star players. Thorin's Theory, he is the guy that can put Titan on their back, and he's had to do it.
You can't count out Shazam either.
You can't count out anyone in this match. They've all done their part, but if Kenny wasn't on right now, if those ops, his entry frags, his early picks to give them man advantages have won them every round that they've won. So if he wasn't on right now, this was over long ago.
It looks like Shazam's going to be rotating over to the arch side. He likes to just hold this angle, and he's gotten some kills from it before, but if he gets too aggressive here, I think this could be rough.
We'll see how they go about this. Kenny with the AWP. Still just rotating around in alt middle, trying to find anything. Shazam's smoked off already on the right side of middle, so it's going to be difficult for him as he tries to fire through the smoke. Not much going to happen. Daps is already damaged all the way down to 11 HP. I believe that was Existence that did the shots onto him. No, pardon me, it was Maniac. As Nafly now inside the site is also going to have to work extremely hard as they continue to push onto Shazam. 3 at A, there's the shot. Iroke's going to take down Shazam. That's huge from Apartments right there. So that's the op down. Now Apex is going to get another one. And that's on Fugly, so that's a rotator. So still 2 stacked inside the site. This is not looking good. A Molotov's going to catch out Iroke, at least in response, but Maniac is now lurking, and he's been so good when he lurks inside this A site. There's Nafly down. Does he know Daps is still over there? I'm not sure he does. He's looked away, and Daps at least manages to get that one, but it's all on him, and he at least gets the headshot, but it's not going to be enough. It's GG, and that is an absolute great game from Denial. All credit given where credit is due, but Titan is going to get away with it as we see a double overtime victory on map number 1. So with that said, we'll take a short, very short little break. 5 minutes maximum these teams are allowed given between the games. That's implemented this year. So very short break, and we'll get right back into it on Mirage. Of course, I am Sadokist.
And my name's Amir. And
I was going to say your game name. I wasn't sure what you wanted.
My name's Kyer.
All right, there we go.
And it looks like the next map, Mirage, Denial's going to start on CT.
Yep.
So definitely.
And it's all